It's really got to be drilled.
He's got him on his back.
When we talk about a low single leg,
Lightning fast.
In this video, we're going to kind of take a look at some of the counter offense and defensive stuff that Keegan O'Toole does. I mean, he's known for being really dangerous when guys get to his legs, looking for cradles and pins from everywhere when guys grab his leg. So, let's take a look at it. So, O'Toole doesn't tend to do a lot of aggressive snaps. And this is about as aggressive as he gets. He does a lot of like micro snaps where it'll off balance the guy and move the guy's head a lot, but this is about as much of a snap down as we tend to get in general, right? So we see him just kind of pull the guy's head underneath with one hand and then replaces with the other. Goes chin and hook, pulls him down, and does this nice little, it was called a shiflet when I was taught it, go behind, where you reach across the face, grab the guy's hand that's controlling your elbow, and then pulling that other arm out, anchoring, and then going behind. As for his kind of counter offense type options, he typically runs to the right side, his right side, after down blocking. Here we see it's really quick. Guy shoots, and he runs to this side. And I think there's a couple reasons for this. I think it's right here. It's obviously the shorter angle to get behind him, and the other reason is I think most guys are used to defending this opposite side. So with it being the shorter angle, really short here, and it being less defended by people, it's a little easier to get to that side. Here he drops a single leg. Guy kind of goes split defense, shelves, attacks far leg for his score. Here we're going to see him go a couple different directions. Again, attacks to the right first, then gets more of a controlled front headlock position where he's left hand chin, looking for that right side, goes back left, and goes back right finally for his score. Alright, so guy attacks. Really nice job getting this hand on the inside and in the way. Really nice shift away using this hand, pushes the guy kind of across, looks to attack that angle. Guy squares up well, goes back into control, gets his left hand inside, I think because he likes to run toward that right. So we'll pull him back down again, favoring the right side, but then hand comes out, shifts to armpit. This will give him a good area to push the guy across or pull the guy across. Attacks anchor point. Hips get a little high here, goes back to sprawl. Guy squares up and does the same thing back this direction, where he goes hand in the armpit and then pushes him away. Attacks that hamstring, keeps the guy's head down as he goes behind. Puts him back on the mat. Now when it comes to defense, when guys get to his legs, I mean, he's about anything but traditional sprawl. He's a little bit traditional when he looks for his cradle stuff, but most of the time it's like scramble, looking to put the guy on his back, things like that from when the guy's gotten to his legs. And here we see him go this kind of re-high crotch or crotch lock position. Takes the guy over, splits his legs, and ends up scoring it. So, I mean, he can move through a ton of different positions here. He's got split defense with Whizzer. Making sure he's keeping this back foot away from him, attacking the guy's hands. Shifts the guy's head underneath, makes it low single. Gets into kind of crotch lock position. And then here we see the inside hand come over the guy's back and kind of like a re-high crotch where both hands are on the inside. Looking to lift and take this guy over. Now as he does this, if you, ouch. If you scrambled a bunch, you know that when you split a guy's legs, as in when you end up between their legs, so as he takes him over, he kind of looks like he's in a bad spot where he's lower than the guy, but his body is between both of the guy's legs, and then as he sits up, he's got a big advantage here. And this guy kind of has to bail and give up the score. Then one of the things you'll see him do most often is kind of look to cradle guys when they're in on his legs. So here you see him kind of call it Torello position. It's kind of this body cradle type position where you're looking to crunch the guy up and then cradle him. So again, this is about as traditional as it gets for him. He's sprawling, right? But he's also looking to attack the guy's position as opposed to just break their lock and go behind, right? So this arm punches behind the thigh, other one goes around the body. And we see him keep his head trapped by bending this knee and forcing his knee in, draping over to this hip. Again, here chest stays high, helps prevent, or at least arched, helps prevent him from getting lifted. We see him kind of reach over the back, look for that re-high crotch position. Starts to get lifted. Goes back over to a body cradle type position. Now when this guy's head comes out, he knows exactly the adjustments to make, right? So guy's head comes out, he swishes his feet away from the guy. That way the guy can't control his ankle on this near side. It's hard to see with this referee in the way, but so if he leaves his foot here, the guy would be able to grab it and maybe pull it out, and then that would start to shift his weight across. But instead, he moves it away. And I think now guys know that he is dangerous in here, where like you'll get pinned if you hang on too long. So guys are just deciding to bail on the position instead of getting cradled. So we'll see here where this guy just pulls his arm out and then gives up the go behind score as opposed to giving up the pin, which, you know, could live to fight another day doing that. Except that he gets tech fault.